What's going on, guys? It's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like and I'll happily get back to you. Now, let's talk about Oscar Valdez, who produced a sensational performance in stopping Miguel Berchelt in 10 rounds last weekend. And, we had a feeling that this would be the fight of the weekend. And so it proved, man. It was just unbelievable performance from Oscar Valdez. And another fight that I got wrong, actually, because I predicted Miguel Berchelt to be too big and too strong for Valdez, and that's not taking anything away from him, but I just thought that the fact he was he's quite new to super featherweight. Miguel Berchelt's been a long reigning champion up there. He's big and he's strong, only one defeat on his record. I thought that maybe it might have been a step too far for Valdez at this time, but he proved me wrong. Happy to admit that. And it was a fantastic performance from him, man. I mean, he dominated the fight from the opening bell. It was a masterful performance. He brutally knocked out Miguel Berchelt in the 10th, but he also dropped him twice in the 4th. And Berchelt did try to rally on in particularly like the 6th, 7th rounds, but it was just a great performance from Oscar Valdez, man. He took him apart. And we all in the past had like admiration for Miguel Berchelt's iron will. His relentlessness in coming forward and his determination. But Valdez just took him apart, man. And like I didn't see that coming. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying Valdez couldn't have won, but it was the way how he won, which was just so impressive, man. It was a great performance from him. And he's the new WBC super featherweight champion, Oscar Valdez. So congratulations to him. It's another great win for Team Eddie Reynoso. They've got a load of winners in that camp. Have a look here. They've got the likes of Canelo, they've got Ryan Garcia, they've got Oscar Valdez, they've got people like Andy Ruiz in there now. So I mean, surrounded by like great fighters in that gym. And it's really starting to rub off on the fighters, man. It really is. So fair play to Eddie Reynoso and the rest of the team, man. They're really putting it out there. Canelo's also fighting this weekend as well. But let me go back to Oscar Valdez and what could be next for him after that. So let's see what happens. I mean, as far as unification goes, Gervonta Davis stands out immediately. He's the WBA champion at super featherweight. But will he actually fight Oscar Valdez? I mean, will that even be made? I'm not saying that Gervonta Davis wouldn't take it, but let's be realistic. It probably won't be made. Gervonta Davis is with Mayweather Promotions. They tend to be fighting the guys over there at the PBC. I mean, they're under the PBC umbrella, obviously. And I can't see that fight happening with Oscar Valdez anytime soon, unfortunately. Maybe he could, Oscar Valdez, fight the winner of Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton. That makes sense. Shakur Stevenson is a huge fight that we'd all like to see. He's a guy that's on the rise. He's somebody that I think will go all the way. I think he's a fantastic fighter, Shakur Stevenson. And these two have got a little bit of history, him and Oscar Valdez, because Shakur Stevenson was due to fight him the weight below, but that didn't happen. And I think Shakur Stevenson was calling him out for a little while about it. And after this particular fight here with Valdez and Berchelt, Valdez mentioned Shakur Stevenson. He said that he'd happily fight him. So that could be built up as a fight in the future. And Bob Arum is all over it. I saw him quoting saying that he thinks that after Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, this is the biggest fight to be made in boxing. And it is a huge fight. I don't know if it's the biggest fight to be made in boxing after Fury AJ, but it is a big fight. And I think it'll be one that we welcomed. And it will draw a lot of attention and crowds in America for sure, because Oscar Valdez has got the Mexican contingent on his side. Shakur Stevenson, he's a fantastic American talent. So I could see that fight being big, man. Let's hope that does get made. It should be easy to make, considering that both of them are under top rank and both of them do seem to want it as well. So it kind of, I think that one can be made. I think that one does make sense for Oscar Valdez. So let's see what happens there. I mean, in terms of like the belts on the line, I mean, the IBF belt, I don't think anyone's got that belt at the moment. I think that's going to be fought for. But yeah, Shakur Stevenson's the one that we want to see, man. Let's be honest. That's me anyway. I want to see Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. I'd love to see him against Gervonta Davis as well. But I think the one against Shakur Stevenson will be the most likely for him. But let me know what you guys think, because Carl Frampton also said last week that if he was to get past Jamel Herring, then he'd happily fight Shakur Stevenson. But now that fight's been pushed back to May, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So let's see what happens, man. But let's just give Oscar Valdez credit for a fantastic win and performance. I know that a few people are coming out and saying that Miguel Berchelt didn't look right walking to the ring on the weekend. They felt that he might be weight drained, but I can acknowledge that, but I don't want to take too much away from what Oscar Valdez did, man. It was a brilliant performance, and not many people anyway, expected him to dominate it like he did. So let's give Oscar Valdez the credit that he deserves, man. It was a great win and a great fight. Do you know what I mean? So, well, let me know what you guys think, man. Drop your comments in the comment section below. What did you think of the fight? Who would you like to see Oscar Valdez fight next? And also Miguel Bercher, what would you like to see him do? I'm sure that he's going to need some time to recover. It was a bad defeat. Maybe he might move up in weight after that, and maybe he might try and like reinvent himself at lightweight. Very tough division to reinvent yourself in, especially right now. But there's a lot of lucrative fights that could be made. So let's see what happens there. But right now, I just hope that Miguel Bercher is okay, because it was a terrible knockout for him. And maybe deep down in the future we can see what he does. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, guys. I'll catch you on the next video.